Hello, my name is Elizabeth Roberts, and this recording is for ECE 630. I will be preparing a small group instruction. The students that my mentor have chosen for me to work with are the group that probably needs to improve the most and are academically the lowest in the class. I will be working with a kindergarten class, and I have chosen to implement day one's counting on lesson plan from my benchmark assignment. In this lesson, students will begin counting on. I will review numbers 1 through 10, and if need be, 1 through 5 to begin, depending on how I gauge the small group. And by the end of this lesson, students will be able to count to and count on from a number 1 through 10 or 1 through 5 based on how well we do in this small group lesson. So I'm going to begin. Good morning, everyone. I will be presenting my screen. And when you can see my screen, give me a thumbs up. That will let me know that you see and you are ready to begin. Okay, so based on the pictures here on my screen, what do you think that we're going to be learning about in our math lesson? Okay, you see numbers. What kind of numbers do you see? You're not sure? Okay. And what do you think these are pictures of? Your hands. And with your hands, we can count numbers. We can at least count from 1 to 10 using our fingers. And before we get started, I want to make sure that you guys have all of your materials, a pencil, paper, and counters. Let me know when you have them. You can either show them to me or give me a thumbs up. Okay, so we're going to begin with counting numbers. You can either count by clapping, stumping, or snapping. Everyone ready? So we're going to start at 1. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Okay, so it appears that I'm missing a number. What number am I missing? Who can help me figure this out? Okay, so we're going to start at 1. Okay, and as you count from 1, I still want you to clap, stump, or snap. Okay, let's start at 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What number comes after 4? 5. Awesome job. So this time I'm going to select a number and then I want you to clap that many times. So if I start with the number 2 and I want you to clap 2 times, you're going to do 1, 2. Okay? So who can help me out? Okay? So I want you to clap 3 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome job. Okay, who can help me with the next one? Okay, this time I want you to snap 4 times. Ready? 1, 2. What number comes after 2? 3, 4. Awesome job. So now that we know the numbers go 1, 2, 3, 4, we know that the next number is 5. Okay? So I will be using some words that you may or may not know. When I say count on, I want you to continue to count. So if I say one, what number comes after one? Two. Awesome. Um, when I may show a number of objects like I have here, and the words here are in all. So when I say in all, I want you to add all of the objects that you see, and the total is all that you counted. So let's see if we can count these smiley faces. Ready? You can clap, stump, or snap. Okay, I'm going to point and I want to see all of you participating. Okay, ready? One, two, three. Awesome. I love how your eyes are watching and you're listening, and I can tell because I see everyone clapping or snapping or stumping. Okay? Sometimes I may ask you to add two numbers or take two different numbers and put them together. When we do that, we use a plus sign. Okay? And after we've taken two different numbers, like we've taken, what number is this? Who can help me? Okay? You can unmute. Three plus, what is this number? Two. So I may say one plus two. I may say one finger and then two fingers and then put them all together, right? Yes. But this is what we're going to do eventually, and I might use these words, but I just want you to become familiar with them as we go on with the lesson, okay? I am going to play a video. Uh-oh. Let's see. Okay, sometimes things happen. So I'm going to go directly to the tab on YouTube and I'm going to share this screen. Let me know that you see my screen by giving me a good thumbs up and I'll know you're ready. Okay, so I'm going to play the video.
Jack the Builder by Stuart J. Murphy, illustrated by Michael Rex. Published by HarperCollins. Blocks, blocks, blocks. Jack has a great big pile of blocks. He can stack them, pile them, build them high. Just 2 blocks can build a robot toy to play with. Jack has 2. He'll put one more on top.
So I'm going to stop the video here. In the beginning, Jack has 2 blocks. 1, 2. And then he moves on and adds one more. So now we have how many? Who can help me count? Okay, let's begin. 1, 2, 3. So now Jack has how many blocks? Jack has 3 blocks. Awesome job.
2, 3. 3 blocks can be a hot dog stand to get a treat. Jack has 3.
Jack has 3. What number comes after 3? If you need to, we can start at 1. Let's start at 1. So 1, 2, 3. What number comes after 3? 4, then 5. Here, this, the blue block, the green block is exactly the same as the blue block, and the green block. But he's adding how many more? 2. You see 2 blocks. So now he has, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jack has how many blocks? Not 4. Remember, we're counting each block. So let's start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many blocks does Jack have now? 5. Okay, let's continue.
Now he'll add 2 more. 3, 4, 5. 5 blocks will make a ferry boat out on the sea.
Who can tell me if they see any of the blocks that Jack has in the picture? Where do you see his blocks? Is it here with the octopus? Is it back here with the boat? I don't. Yes, it's here. So here's one piece, then the second piece or block, and the green one is the third. And then there's one here, that's number 4. And then there's one here, number 5. You guys got this. Awesome job.
Jack has 5. This time he'll add 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
Do we think we can count to 8? This time I want everyone to help me count to 8. And we're going to start here at the bottom block. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What do you think Jack can build with 8 blocks? I'll give you a clue. Here's all of the blocks stacked up. What do you think Jack will make? He could make a house. I think Jack has a really big imagination. So let's see.
Blocks look like a lookout tower to watch for planes.
What's a lookout tower? Do we know what a lookout tower is? Has anyone been on a plane before? Okay, I have too. And there are towers that watch out for the planes to make sure they safely land and to make sure they leave safely. Okay, they watch all the planes that are in the sky. And Jack had how many blocks? 8. Let's be sure to count just to make sure. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this can be really tricky, but I think we can do it. What number comes after 5? Who can help me? 6. And what number comes after 6? 7. And what number comes after 7? 8. 8 blocks. Okay, let's continue.
Jack has 8. He'll put 4 more on top. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 blocks can be the tallest building in the world.
What can you make from 12 different blocks? Because I can think of so many different things, like a school. Yes. What else can we make? Can we make a person? And what about a pattern? What pattern can we make with the blocks that we see here? We can use, let's start with color. Okay, so Jack has 2 blue blocks and then 2 red blocks. So we can go blue, red, blue, red. If you agree, excuse me, if you agree with that, give me a thumbs up. Okay, you thumbs up. Why did you thumbs up that blue, red is a pattern? Because blue, then red, then blue, then red. You guys are doing fantastic. So I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint. And so I'm going to introduce to you a number line. Based on what you see, who can tell me what they think a number line is? You don't know? Okay, so it's exactly what it's called. We have numbers here, and then we have a line. Okay? I am going to go to the next slide. So I'm going to make my screen smaller so that you can see me move the counters. So everybody has their counters. I want everybody to get their pen, pencil, and paper, and I just want you to draw a straight line. I'm going to get mine as well. I'm going to use my book, and I'm going to draw a line. Let me use, let me use a Sharpie so that you guys can see. And then this is a horizontal line. I then want you to make vertical lines, little lines, and I want you to make 5 of them. I started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you have this, I want you to show me so I can see, and then we'll move on. Okay? So what do you think this line is? What number is this? 1. So I want you to make a 1 right below it. And then what number comes after 1? 2. And what line comes after 2? 3. And what line comes after 3? 4. And what number comes after 4? 5. If you look at my screen and my book, it looks the same. If you need help, you can look at the screen to continue counting the numbers and writing them down. Okay? So I'm going to start at, actually, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to play a game called Simon Says. And I just want you to practice and use your counter. I'm going to use my marker. If I start at 1 and I said, Simon says, move 2 spaces. Does that mean the number 2, or does that mean that I should move over 2 lines? Yes, move over 2 lines. So I'm going to start at 1, and then I'll draw it for you. 1, 2. What number is this? Number 3. If you're not sure, remember you can always start at 1. So we can count, and the number is there. We can count the number. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, I want you guys to take 5 minutes, and I want you to practice. You can draw 1 line, you could draw 3 lines, but I want you to practice taking and using your counters and moving from one number to the next. Okay? Okay. So now what I want you guys to do is I want you on a different sheet of paper, get a blank sheet of paper. And I want you guys to try this first one and we'll see how it goes. So you draw your new line. This time I want you to go to 10. So I'm going to give you a minute to write your numbers. The example is on the screen, and I also have this one. Okay? I want you to circle the number 2. This is where we're going to start. If you see here, I have a number 5 at the end of this number line. I want you to circle that number. This lets you know where we will begin and where we will end counting. Okay? So I want everyone to start counting. So 2 is circled, so we don't count that number. We count the next number. Okay? So 1, 2, 3. So we could write 3 at the bottom, and we can put a plus sign here, and we can put an equal sign here. Now I know that it may be a bit difficult, but I just want to introduce you to this skill. Okay? So I would typically move on to different slides based on the children's ability to follow directions and count on. I have also included number line 1 to 20, just in case um, children were able to move on with those numbers. Okay? Okay. So if you do not finish, I will be posting the 5 slides with the number lines in Seesaw. So I will make it to where you guys are able to move the counters just like I am, okay? Any questions? If you submit your assignment through Seesaw, you can just use your finger and then press the green check mark to save it, and then I will see it. If you wish to write your answers on paper, you can submit it through Google Classroom by taking a picture. Okay? Any other questions? I want you to try to do your best. If you are able to do all five, you can do all five. If you cannot do all five, that is okay. That will let me know how to move on with our next instruction. Okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.